Hey everybody, this is Paul from SecureStack. I just wanted to go over the changes that we were making to CloudBuilder and the release that's coming out at the end of April here. We're calling it the April release. So I just want to make a quick, hopefully 10-minute video kind of going over those changes. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so what we're looking at right here is the inventory view. We've added some, you can get more information from the inventory view, both here in this section here as well, but also if you click on the instance type, you'll get a lot more information here, and you can manage some of the basic functions from the sidebar here. Things like start, stop, reboot, what have you. We'll be adding more functions to that in the May release too as well. A really important thing though is that we've given you the ability to sort both on things that we've already built here, predefined parameters we've already built. Things like you can sort on security score, you can sort on status, so give me a list of the things that are running right now, which profiles you use, so on and so forth, also location and cloud provider. But beyond that, you can also search for things like Paul. What is Paul built, right? And here's a list of machines that Paul's built. Let's see what Adley's built. Oh, there's his machines. What about things that have used the Paul manual? It's actually Paul manual. The Paul manual profile, right? We get a list of those machines, and so on and so forth. You can search for anything. All right, so this is the inventory. Obviously this section right here is new, and this is the CIS score that we generate on every single instance that you build with SecureStack. So what that score does is that says from 0 to 100, how secure is this machine, this individual machine, based against the CIS level 1 baseline, build baseline. So when you spin up something in AWS, normally it's going to pop out somewhere around a 55 to a 60. It's not very secure by design, whereas anything that you build with us, we're hoping for at least 75 or more. And most of the things that we build are going to be up here at 80, 86. And so we've got those color-coded red, yellow, green. The second column is actually based on the vulnerability assessment score for this machine, the last score for this machine. So if you build these instances with a profile that says, hey, we want anything that you build using this profile to be scanned using vulnerability scanning, we will include that score here, again, based on a red, yellow, green color symbol. So yeah, that's we had a request to add this here from a friend of SecureStack, and we did. We love the addition, and it gives you an idea. It lets you quantify, looking at a specific instance, what's its security. And moreover, you can actually look at all of AWS, or you can look at teams, right? And you can say, hey, what's the average score for the DevOps team? What's the average score for this business unit, right? And you can compare and contrast. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the users, which are now under teams. We have two different types of users here. We've got administrative users, and then we've got non-administrative users, standard users. Administrative users create things like profiles and targets. And then the standard users, the consumers of CloudBuilder, the development teams and your business units, what have you, consume products. And we'll talk about all three of those different things here in a second. But the important concept is that you can put each one of these users inside of teams, right? And you can then address a whole team. You can say the DevSecOps team has access to this particular product. The business digital marketing team has access to this product, and so on and so forth. Let's jump into cloud accounts real quick. So we've added some additional functionality to cloud accounts. So we still support AWS, GCP, Azure, and VMware vCenter. But we now allow you more granular access within each one of those. For example, things like Azure app registrations and different subscriptions. You can have those set up separately, and you can expose just whatever portions of your Azure, whether you want to expose multiple app registrations to your users or a single one, so on and so forth. You have that power, right? So then, if we jump into firewalls real quick, I just want to go with firewalls. Love the new look and feel of firewalls. We've got this multiple object component definition, so you say things like 8.8.4.4. You can add that. That's pretty straightforward from a firewall perspective. You name the rule, what protocols this rule supports, what ports this protocol supports, and you can use any number of ports. What source IP addresses or subnets or networks, and the same thing for destination IPs, network subnets, and then a comment. And then let's talk about the different components, the different primitives. So we've got firewall rules that we're looking at right here. Your administrative users can create things like profiles. A profile is how we're going to apply security across this instance, but also across all of your infrastructure, right? So inside a profile, you've got the profile name, who can use this profile, who can manage this profile, in other words, who can edit it. Host-based controls, right? So these are controls that happen on the instance. We can also allow you to build secure paths or application servers. Same thing with clustering, optimized and secure clustering. Within the profile system, we can also allow you to apply cloud security controls. So within the same profile, you're applying host-based security controls, but also cloud-based security controls. And we're the only company in the world that's doing that right now. And then here's those firewalls that I was talking about. So basically within the context of a profile, you can embed firewall rules that are going to get applied to anything that gets this profile, right? So web servers, so on and so forth. You can enable things like, web devs or specific firewall rules that allow certain people to get access to those things. And that's embedded inside the profile. And then down here, you can also enable, schedule and enable vulnerability assessment, patching, and backups too as well. And if you enable any of those, we spin up the resources in your account for you on demand. So that's a profile. So let's look at a target. A target is something that your administrative users would create, and it allows you to deploy something, right? It's what you deploy a product to. So let's look at this Azure product real quick. Checking the time. This is an Azure target that gives you access to this particular Azure credential, these instance types, and these regions. And then it allows you to create some tags. So this is just where we're going to put something, right? So then, if we go to images, this is the last primitive. There's three things that sit inside of every product. One is profile, one is a target, and one is a image. The image is the operating system, right? So by default, when you subscribe to Secure Cloud or CloudBuilder, you get access to our golden images, right? And those are Red Hat 7, Cent 7, Ubuntu 16.04 LTS, same thing with 18.04 LTS. So you actually get both of those. And Windows Server 2016. Those are the 4 golden images we're going to give you access to. We can manage any other OSs, Linux, Unix, Mac OS, Windows, what have you, but the 4 golden images that we give you are those 4, right? You can also create golden images too as well. You can say, listen, you want to add some of your specific tools or applications to the images, and you want to be able to distribute that to all of a particular subset of your employees, staff. You can do that. We allow you to create a new CloudBuilder image using one of our golden images. You drop whatever applications or other controls or what have you into it, and then you save that as a new image, and then you can deploy that using products. So I've talked a lot about products. Let's real quick take a look. A product is actually what your consumers are going to consume. Your development teams, your business units, right? Things like you want them, if they want to be able to spin up WordPress, right? Business units want to be able to build something, and they want to do it quickly. They don't want you, the IT teams, the cloud ops teams, taking a long time to do that, getting in the way. They don't want us to be an obstacle. Well, our problem is we want to make sure that what they're consuming is secure by design, and products allow you to do that, right? So a product really is just a combination of a profile, so the security controls are going to get applied to it, a target where you're going to deploy this thing to, and a server image, that hardened operating system. You can create these products, so things like, let's take a look at the existing products. You can take a look at, you can create products, so for example, for your business units, maybe they want a WordPress image, right? So you create a WordPress product for them, and you give those teams that need it access to it. They come to CloudBuilder and they spin up what they need using self-service and getting something immediately, but they're getting it and it's secure, right? Secure by design. And that's the important concept we're trying to hit right here. Products are really how you empower your users to build what they need using self-service. So, hey, thanks for watching this video. We're at 10 minutes here, so I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate it. Feel free to reach out to us at info@securestack.com, or you can hit us up at https://securestack.com. Look forward to talking to you. Thanks. Cheers. Bye-bye.